Hey everyone, it's Les here. So we're back with chapter 11. So, last chapter we saw that Tyler and Emily came to the circus. So now they're living with Eric at the moment. Um, and I think there's a little triangle going on. But for me, I already know my road. It's gonna be Eli. Um, and Erica just said her goodbye. They're gonna start on an adventure trying to find Erica's father. The mission to find Erica's father. The main key, apparently, to get Erica's voice back. So, Erica's voice back. So, yeah, let's go ahead and continue. Milo, you here? Maybe he left already? No, he made me promise I'd come here before we left. He'll be around. Milo! Are you trying to wake up the whole camp? Ugh. Thank you for coming this morning. Mm-hmm. Eric, I must make you aware. The beings that you'll come across outside of this camp aren't like those that you've met here. Not only will you meet different species of magical creatures, but I can promise that they will be tame. You must be prepared to defend yourself should it be necessary. I'm glad to see that you're wearing the top I had enchanted for you. This, you'll at least be able to use magic as your defense. It may be worth you doing some training when you reach a safe point. Speaking of that, I actually have something I wanted to give you. I want you to take this. It's a magic compass. You'll notice that the face is actually that of a clock. Not only will this help you guide you on your journey, but it will also help you keep track of the time of day. The red arrow will always point north to help you get your bearings. The red arrow always north. I remember the North Star, asking, but the yellow arrow is the one you need to keep your eye on. The yellow arrow will point you in the direction of what your heart wants most. Be wary of this. If your emotions are unclear, you may be led on a false trail. If used carefully, this should help you guide you to your father. Tap on the compass added to your inventory. Compass now added to inventory. So as long as I think about Ezra, I'll find him. Seems easy enough. We'll do what we can to keep the circus active in your absence. And Erica, don't worry about your family. Tyler's aware of the rules in place here. I'll look out for him. The little one, too. I'm sure we have many amusements here to keep you entertained. I wish you both well on your quest. Be safe and good luck. Thank you, Milo. We'll see you again in a few days. You ready, Angel? Actually, Eli, may I speak with you alone for a moment? Oh, sure. Would you mind waiting for me out front? Oh, I wonder what that was about. It was nothing. He was just reminding me of the route into the forest. And I couldn't be there for that? We should go. We need to find somewhere safe to set up camp before it gets dark. So we're keeping secrets now, are we? I didn't think we did that. Oh, guys, tensions. One of the things that I had to do with Erica, because she could feel emotions. It's not gonna be as easy as, like, from that saying, easier said than done. So, anyways, we were walking back into the direction of the camp. We didn't want to have to start saying any goodbyes. It would have been hard to leave again once we started, and we couldn't afford to lose any time. I don't know what Milo said to Eli, but he's been pretty quiet since we left the workshop. What were they keeping from me? I've been trying not to think about it. Once a mind starts wondering, it can trail so far from the truth that it's better to not focus on it at all. Though that's easier said than done. That's what I just said. Eli wasn't making it any easier either. It had been a while just me and my thoughts. Sans was killing me. As they walked further into the forest, the sound of music and laughter from the circus faded. All that filled the air was crunching leaves and snapping twigs from our every footstep. And still not a word from Eli. I couldn't take it anymore. Oh, what are you playing at? We're supposed to be a team. What's your bleh, problem? My problem? Are you kidding me right now? Erica, we don't have time for this. And we're back to Erica now. No more Angel, huh? This is where it gets. Now I this has to do with the relationship between Tyler and Eli. The love triangle. The more Eli gets to her, it's like get out of the way, Eli, let Tyler get in there. I want to think it's that. It has to do with their relationship because the nicknames, it's another level. Let's continue and let's see what's going on. No more Angel, huh? You don't know what you're doing. Just stop. Don't know what I'm doing. I know what I've been following your miserable for the last hour and a half. I know that I've been wondering over and over what's been said to you. Eli, you've been ignoring me ever since we left camp. I thought you meant more to each other than that. I guess I was wrong. You mean everything. And that's the problem. That's it. What do you want to talk to me about? Let's not ask questions you already know the answer to, Milo. Milo, Eli. It's no secret. I see it in the way you look at her. Whatever you think you feel for her, I'm afraid you need to forget about it. It's not like I meant for this to happen, Milo. Do you think she'll care for you when she finds out the truth? Truth? Milo, you promised not to tell her. I have to be the one. My lips are sealed. I just worry that your feelings will get in the way of the mission. You have to be the one to travel with her, as you're the only one who can communicate with her. If there was anyone else that could do this, I know the circumstances, Milo. You don't need to worry. Her mind and heart is set on finding Ezra. I won't get in the way of that. Then please try to keep it that way. Erica is part of her family here now. I don't want to see her get hurt. Besides, Tyler's back in her life. There's a child. I'm sorry, Eli, but you shouldn't meddle with that. No! I have to go. Hmm. It would help if I knew where I was actually stomping off to. Erica, wait. What's that? He speaks! I thought I was the one with the missing voice, not you. I know. I know. That's one way to put it. Look, I need to tell you something. Oh, shoot. Eli, what was that? Looks like this conversation is going to have to wait. Angel, run! Angel! Eli, get back here. It was probably just a wolf. Just a wolf? There's a lot of creepy things in the forest, Angel. Great. Do you think it's gone? Maybe, but I can't be sure. Maybe we should wait here for a while? It'd only get darker, and who knows what will be in the forest then. We need to set up camp as soon as possible. So we go back out there? Don't worry, I won't let anything happen to you. Eli, your mood swings are giving me whiplash. I'd be like that. I know I was a jerk before, but you had to trust that I had my reasons. What kind of reason is there to be awful with me? I know you're hiding something from me, Eli. It's written all over your face. You told me you wanted to be honest with me. You wanted me to trust you. And do you? Do you still trust me? I don't know. I'm just kidding. Yes, of course I do. I just don't want you to lie to me. I promise I'll tell you everything. But we need to make shelter somewhere first. Fun, but I'm going to hold you to that. Luckily, we didn't hear any more howls or bump into any forest creatures, but something told me that we hadn't heard the last of them. I tried to use the compass, but Eli didn't think I was in the right frame of mind. I wanted too many things right now, so he could trust that it would lead us the right way. We needed to rest and set up camp before any further exploring. It took us a while, but we finally found the perfect place. Eli was smart enough to pack a tent in his bag. I haven't left sleeping under the stars if it wasn't for him. And I really don't want to imagine the consequences of being that exposed in the forest at night. It wasn't perfect, but it was the best we had. Ah, I see you got the fire started. It's not the first time I've had to make one. I'm good at some things, you know. I don't doubt that for a second. Did you find anything? Not to eat, I'm afraid. I have some canned beans in my bag. I suppose it's better than nothing. There's a small river near for for water though. And a large open not far from here. I think we should train there tomorrow. You think I'm ready for that? I don't really have time to wait. We need to teach you to defend yourself. We should probably have dinner, call it a night. We need as much rest as possible for tomorrow. And I just realized I didn't say anything, but the outfit changed. I don't know if it's a glitch, but that was not the outfit I chose. But yeah. Anyways, Eli, you still owe me an explanation. I know. I haven't forgot. Please, I want to know what's going on. Just promise me you'll wait until I finish before you say anything. You need to understand. And the truth is, I'm terrified. Terrified of what? Of losing you. Losing me? What could possibly be so bad that he thinks he'll lose me? I'm listening. All of this is my fault. Everything you've gone through, it's because of me. Eli, none of this is your fault. Please, just let me explain. Angel, I promised to be honest with you. But even when I made that promise, I already broke it. I know how I got my power. You do? Eli, have you killed someone? No, it's not like that. I swear. Do you remember the Well of Secrets? Well, the secret I asked you to find. It had been found once already before. Only days after Ezra, your father, spoke with me. He left camp. He left and never came back. I was only a child. I thought I'd done something wrong. Then maybe it was my fault he left. I didn't know what to do. I looked up to your father. He was my guidance, my friend. Every day I went back to that well. I thought if I could figure out how to access his secrets by myself, then maybe I could bring him home sooner. Maybe I could figure out why he'd gone. But I hadn't realized that Hudson had been watching me. He'd been following me almost every day, hoping he could figure out why I was so interested in the well. It's just one of the most powerful wizards in existence. Once Hobson knew the well contained his secrets, obviously he wanted them. Hobson's wife, Margaret, went missing a few days before Ezra left. Only until recently I thought that might have been coincidence. But when we saw the vision from the well, I saw that it was Margaret that carried it. Don't worry, my child. For as long as we have each other, we'll be happy. Mother Maggie. Mother Maggie was Hobson's wife? Yes. Hobson was soon filled with hatred and fear. He blamed Ezra for Margaret's disappearance, but he didn't know how to find him, nor would he have the power to go up against him if he did. So of course he did the next best thing. He sought out to help of a witch. Hobson tricked me as a child. He knew he could deceive me. He told me the witch could help us find your father and that she would bring him back. I had no idea he was plotting revenge. So I went with him to find her, a witch by the name of Adelaide. To defeat the most powerful wizards, he needed one of the most powerful witches. When I arrived at her castle, I was immediately thrown into a dungeon cell. That's when I knew I'd fallen into a trap. It wasn't long before I realized I wasn't alone down there. There was a woman in one of the other cells next to me, but I couldn't see her face. I began to cry for fear of what might happen to me, and that's when she spoke out. Don't fear, young man. Things may seem scary down here, but I promise that you'll be safe. But how do you know? I have a special gift, and you have information that they need. For as long as you don't tell it, they'll have to keep you alive. I did understand at that point, but this woman sounded sure. Her voice was soothing and confident. I trusted her words and I knew that I'd be okay. Many nights were spent in that cell and there was no sign of Hobson until the day he came for her. The woman in the cell could hear him approaching. Wake up, child. Something's changed. Promise me, child, you won't be afraid. What? What's happening? Stay strong, child. My husband trusted you. Her husband? Yes, Angel. The woman in the cell was your mother. My mother? Eli, what happened to her? I'm so sorry, Angel. They killed her, didn't they? Oh! And that's where, like, the emotions, like, that's, that's a test of emotions. She has to keep her emotions straight, or else the compass won't work. She was your prisoner and she was killed. You know, she saved my life. She did? The night she heard Hobson coming, she heard him. And she was a mind reader. She knew everything they were plotting. But once Hobson figured out her relation to Ezra, Hobson only saw an eye for an eye. He killed your mother right in front of me. I remember screaming to the cell door not to hurt her, but there was nothing I could do. You were only a child. I know. It's true that the power of mind reading is only passed on once the current owner has been killed. But Hobson didn't know this, of course. At least until the power passed on to me. You gained her power, although you didn't do it. I was the only other magical being in the room. Hobson cannot possess an active power. The ability skipped him completely and landed it on me. Did he find out? Oh yeah, he found out all right. I wasn't expecting it, and children don't often receive magic that young, as it's harder for them to control. I remember screaming, and all I could hear were the thoughts of Eric being on the castle grounds. Oh, it was like being in a crowded room with everyone shouting over each other. I couldn't stand it. It was then that Hobson realized what happened. He left me, and he went straight back to his witch. And what happened with you? Well, they let me go. I woke up the next morning back in camp. But why would he save you? He didn't. It was just a change in plans to them. They knew at camp I would be given the help I needed to control it, just like he did with you. Of course he did. So I grew up there, and with the help of Milo, I became one with the magic inside of me. Things seemed to settle down for a while. I thought that maybe things were okay. New members began to join the camp, and we were happy. That was until the items and abilities began to disappear. Hobson was back. Milo and I agreed to never tell the others of what happened, at least until we figure out how to defeat him. We couldn't risk anyone being hurt. We wouldn't. One day I just snapped. I went off on my own and tried to fix everything. But it didn't work. I only ended up in another form of cell. The one in the reservation tent? Exactly. While I was in there, they must have figured out how to access the well, because they found their way to you. I'm so sorry. I can't believe this. Mother Maggie was Hobson's wife? Eli was Hobson's pet. My father disappeared and left his wife to die. My mother was a mind reader who passed her powers on to Eli and by doing so, saved his life. There was so much information to process. If I just left things alone at the start, Hobson would never have found the well. He never found you. It's all my fault. Hudson found me by unlocking my father's secret from the well he watched Eli return to every day. It is your fault. It's Hobson's fault. It is your fault. No, it's not. It's Hobson's fault. No, I don't believe that. You were only a child. How could you have possibly known? Besides, if it wasn't you, it would only have been someone else. If Hobson was seeking revenge, he have got it with or without you. The fault lies with Hobson and only Hobson. Arika, I'm so sorry that I lied to you. You may have lied, but you also just told me the only truth I ever wanted to know. Milo didn't want you to tell me? He wanted us to find your father first. He didn't want you to be led to Hobson or Adelaide. He didn't know how you'd react. But you told me anyway. I couldn't keep lying to you. You deserve to know the truth. I don't want to lie to you, Angel. I can't. And doing so was killing me. Why? What? Why was it killing you? I want to hear it. I could please you don't know what you're asking. I could see the pain in his eyes, all of the conflict. He was trying so hard to fight his feelings, but I didn't want him to hold back from me. The to and fro with our emotions the way you can flirt, but then forget it even happened. I don't want that anymore. I need to tell him what he's been keeping inside. I need him to tell me what I've been waiting to hear. I need him to show me how he feels about me. I can't do it, Angel. You have a family. It wouldn't be right. I'm not good for you. And what about what I want? What? What do you want? Eli, I want great house. It found us. Dang it. Something good had to happen. Or something. It got 27 points. 2 more points. Anyways. Yes, guys. That's it, guys. Make sure to give a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And oh my gosh, things are getting good. What y'all think, guys? We finally found out the truth, how Eli got his powers. No, he didn't kill anyone, but the enemy did kill Erika's mom. So yeah, that's sad. Imagine too much information. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Until then, take care. Bye.